So once we're comfortable with making a connection to our virtual machine and getting settled into the operating system, we're going to want to know how to move around and access different files and directories, and that will be the focus of this video. We'll start out using our ls command, and that's going to list out every single directory and file that happens to be in our current working directory. In this case, it looks like I have a file1.txt file, a file2.txt file, and a directory called my files. What if I wanted to explore what's going on inside of my files? Okay, if I wanted to move inside of my files, I will use the cd command, okay, and that's short for change directory. And when I'm changing a directory going down, I need to tell it where I want to go. Well, in this case, I want to go to the My Files directory. So I'll go ahead and cd into My Files. And then I'll run ls in here, and it turns out it's just an empty directory. And just for posterity, if I want to figure out where I am in the overall scheme of things, if you remember, we can run the print working directory command, and I can see here's my files directory. We came from our DA129 directory. In your case, it will be whatever NetID you have. And inside of that, it came from our home directory, and then it came from our root directory. So let's go see what's going on upstream for us. Going down, we had to tell Linux essentially where we wanted to navigate. However, when we are going up directories and we are traversing up the file structure, we only have to worry about going one place, the directory above us. So to go up, we have this Unix notation of a double dot. cd ... is an alias for the directory above me. So I will cd with 2 dots, and we're going to verify as we go with print working directory and ls. We can see that this is the same place we started at. Same thing, I will cd up a directory, and I'm going to expect for us to be in the home directory. Sure enough, we're in the home directory. And look at this, we see DA129, we see a couple of other directories, we see this rapid directory and this VCM directory. So we're already learning something about our operating system. There's other users that maybe we were not aware of. If we cd up once more, now we're going to be in our root directory. So if we ls here in our root directory, all of a sudden we can see all of this sort of directories going on, right? This feels pretty computery at this point. We have bin, we have etc, we have lib64, lib32, right? There's a lot going on here. Typically, we don't want to be playing around in the root directory unless we have a specific goal and we feel like we know what we're doing. This is kind of where the plumbing of the operating system is going to reside, and the changes we make here are going to make changes for all users across all operating systems. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and return to our home directory, and we're going to do that by traversing back downwards. So we're going to cd back home, cd back to DA129, and then we're home. One more topic I want to touch on about changing directories is, let's say we cd into the root directory, and let's say, let's go see what's going on inside of, lib64. Okay, there's another thing here. Let's go see what's going on inside that. Oh, we can't go anywhere. Is there? Let's say we're lost, right? Let's say I don't know where I am. I don't know how to get home. A very nice alias to have is this cd and then the tilde command. And when I press enter here, you'll see I don't have to do a bunch of cd up and cd back downs. It will always take me back to my home directory regardless of where I am at. So now that we've kind of navigated around, let's go ahead and talk about how we can manipulate and move some various files and folders. I'm going to go ahead and clear this screen. And let's see what we have to work with. We have file1.txt, file2.txt. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take these files, and let's say I want to move them inside of this My Files directory so it can store them. Now again, we're not working in a desktop environment, so we can't simply drag and drop things. What we need to do is use the move command. So I'm going to invoke move, and then the first thing I need to tell move is, what do I want to move? So in this case, I want to move file1.txt. Okay, and then I have to tell it, well, where do I want to move this thing to? Well, I want to move it inside of my files. And I press enter. And now if I do an ls, I can see that file1.txt is gone, and I only have file2.txt in my files left. If I do ls and then give it a directory, my files, now I can see everything that's going on inside of the directory. So I'll press enter here, and I can see I've successfully moved file1.txt. So now let's say I want to move file2.txt here, but I don't necessarily want to move it and lose it from this. Maybe I want to make a copy, right? So how would I make a copy? It's the same concept as movement, except I'm going to use the cp command for copy. So I'm going to copy file2.txt, and I have to give it a destination. The destination in this case is going to be my files. I will press enter, and I can see file2.txt is still here, and if I do ls on my files, I now also have a copy there. Last thing we're going to do is, let's say I wanted to rename a file. So in order to rename, we're actually going to be using the move command. It is a little bit mind-bending, so what we're going to do is we're going to move file2.txt. And instead of giving it a valid destination, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a new name. I'm just going to call it my file.txt and press enter. So now when I look, it just says my file.txt. So although I used the move command, by giving it a different name as opposed to a valid designation, it just ended up renaming the file instead of moving it.